Snowfall, a low-fired dimensional glaze that creates a white textured surface. It mimics the appearance of snow, and it can also be used as a textured glaze to add design work. Even though Snowfall is non-toxic, it is not recommended for dinnerware. Glazes that create dimensional surfaces also create crevices and nooks that can trap food, even after washing. This food can develop bacterial growth and cause health issues. Our policy is to discourage the use of textural glazes on ware that is intended for food usage, even though the glaze has met all food safety criteria. The texture on this fluffy little llama makes all the difference in the world. Or a little dimension to the branch that your beautiful cardinal sits upon. We would be remiss in not showing Snowfall on your favorite tree branch. Snowfall works wonderful over stroke and coat and foundation glazes, or applied on bare bisque. This charming cottage has snow on the roof and on the eaves. Brr. Or use it for textured accents on any of your other favorite bisque designs. Look at the texture and dimension that we have on this snowman, which is all created by Snowfall. You can apply glazes over Snowfall for interesting effects, or add a little furry effect on caps. Snowfall has a wide firing range. The previous images were cone 06. Now you can see that Snowfall performs the same even at cone 6. When applying Snowfall, apply 2 or more coats over unfired glazes at shelf cone 04. You can apply it to bisque, greenware, or clay. You can apply Snowfall with a sponge onto the background of your bisque. As you can see, we're using a synthetic sponge at this point, but you can also use a seawool sponge. The important part on sponging is to get an even application. The more even it is, the more even it's going to bubble up and give you that snow texture. Look at the next 2 samples. The artist Sylvia Clayton sponged Snowfall evenly over the entire plate. Then, using stroke and coat, painted a beautiful English village with bottle kilns on top of the Snowfall. What a beautiful texture. You just feel like you're in the snow. Notice how even the Snowfall was applied to this snowman's body. But this snowman, you can see it was very textured and applied randomly. You can also apply Snowfall like an impasto painting using a squeegee, or in this example, I'm using a hotel room card. We're scooping up the glaze and then laying it down for an awesome background. And you can also fill a rider tip bottle with Snowfall and do some piping. The rider bottle would make it easy to create these limbs for a beautiful cardinal. You can also use stencils to create dimensional shapes using Snowfall. A tip when using a stencil is to either base coat it with some glaze and apply the stencil into the damp glaze, or wet the bisque so that the stencil lays down flatter. That way the Snowfall doesn't leak under or seep under the stencil. Additionally, you can change the color of the Snowfall by applying 1 coat of either stroke and coat or concepts over the top. Clear brushing or clear dipping glazes can also be applied over Snowfall. Just be aware of the application so that it's not too heavy and prevents the Snowfall from becoming textural. After gently removing the stencil, you can see that there is depth and definition to the flower. And we can't forget our favorite tool, the paintbrush. You can apply 2 or more coats of Snowfall. All 3 are copper-based, and the first thing you're going to notice is it says elements, but yet it has an FN number, which signifies foundations. The glazes started out in the foundations line of glaze, but now are an actual element. Snowfall will boil and turn turquoise when applied over a copper-based glaze. To avoid this, apply the Snowfall onto the bare bisque, and then put the copper-based glazes next to it. There may be a little turquoise where they kiss, but by not applying them over each other, you'll avoid the fuming and the turquoise look.